back to Tech for Kids C. I have a new ring light here and a new phone stand. So today, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be exploring this Junior Genius Blinky Lights kit. So I had a couple of these kits. I just put them on here. I've already started to use them. And I just wanted to show you guys like how to build a circuit or a simple LED circuit. So let me get the phone turned around and I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so in this kit, it'll come with a couple of bags, or one bag of just a whole bunch of different electronic components. And in my box I have a whole bunch because I got a whole bunch of other kits, and instead of having a whole bunch of kits laying around, I just put it all into one box. So what we are going to be needing is we are going to be needing a breadboard. Any size will work. We'll need some sort of a power supply, so this can really be anything. I'm using 3 batteries. This one does have a switch on it. It would be nice if you have a switch on it, but if not, that's okay. I'm using, what's in here? I think it's 3 AA's. Yeah, I'm just using 3 AA's in here. Put the lid back on. You'll also need some resistors and some LEDs, and I'll show you exactly which ones you'll need in a second here. Okay, oh, I forgot one of the most important parts. You'll need some jumper cables. Male to male. Or, yeah, male to male. That's what you want. So we got the battery pack, we got jumper cables, we got the little bag. So I'm just gonna grab an LED. We are going to be using a red LED, but you guys can use any that you want. And for this one, we will need a 330R resistor. It depends on the LED that you're using, but this is the one that I am using. Okay, that spilled everything out. So I'll be using a red LED and 330R resistor. And if I put it up really close to the camera, come on, focus camera. You'll see, it's hard to see, but it's gold, brown, and orange. So that's how you tell it's a 330 resistor. So let me get this cleaned up because you guys can see it's sort of spilled everything out. Let me get that cleaned up and I'll be right back. Wait. Before you guys continue the video, I just wanted to let you know that I have lots of ear savers in stock. So if your ears hurt, if you work and wear a mask, these ear savers help a lot. Like when I go to the dentist, they help your ears a ton. I have lots in stock. I'll leave the link in the description so you guys can go and order some. Thanks. Enjoy the video. Okay guys, so I'm back. I cleaned everything up, and just a quick overview of the parts that we're using. We got jumper wires, and this is obviously Tech for Kids C, so this is sort of geared towards kids, but even adults can do this too. Like, this is a simple project. And just for those beginners, you notice how if you go online, all jumper wires are different colors? That doesn't matter. The colors don't matter. So I can be using a red and a yellow wire if I want. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty about jumper wires. When I started, I thought that color mattered, but then I realized it doesn't. So that's good. So you'll need the male to male, and for those beginners, it's the pointy ends, so the metal ends to the other metal ends, and female to female is where there's no silver part on both sides, and male to female, you've probably guessed, it's the pointy side to not pointy side. So it's just somewhere you can keep connecting things. Anyways, continuing on. Got our battery pack here. We got our red LED, but if you have different color LEDs, don't worry. You can get yellow, green, blue, red. And we'll need a 330R resistor. You can get these pretty much anywhere. You can get pretty much all the stuff I've showed you pretty much anywhere on Amazon or anywhere. Okay. So starting off, for those beginners, don't connect your battery pack first, because that's just not safe. Even if the switch is turned off, don't connect it first. So we'll put it over to the side for now. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is things might be backwards on the camera, but if I go like this, so see, first we should go over the breadboard. So what a breadboard is, it's basically where you can plug everything, so jumpers and other like Arduino things and circuit boards, breakout boards, all that kind of stuff into there, and they'll all be connected. So you guys have probably noticed that there's a negative and a negative, and a positive and a positive. So those are power inputs and outputs. So that's it. So what we want to do when we build this circuit, on the camera it's backwards, but if you're doing it in front of you, you want to make sure the very top red line is facing away from you. So if you look on here, it'll be that. It's hard to do on camera, but if you do it like this, that'll be the blue lines facing away. You don't want that. You want to make sure the red line is facing away from you, the very top red line. And then if you're using a proper breadboard, the blue line should be pointing towards you. Alright, so that's just important because that will mess up your whole circuit if you don't do that properly. Okay, so then let's take a look at the LED. So the LED, simple, you find them literally everywhere, like in my ring light here. Where's the little remote? If I turn it off, turn it on, it makes a big difference. You find LEDs everywhere, like even in your phone, you can find them. Anyways, continuing on. You can see a black cable right here. Just ignore that. It's just the cable for my light. I have the little controller here. Just the cable for my light. That has nothing to do with anything. Just wanted to make that clear so you guys aren't confused. Alright, so back to the LED. If I go like this and I squeeze the two together, come on, focus camera. You could notice that one end is shorter than the other. So this is the bigger end on this side, and this is the shorter end. And that really matters when you're doing LEDs. Just so you guys know, there's technical names. I'm not entirely sure what the actual technical names are, but the short side is the negative and the long side is the positive. So what we'll want to do is anywhere vertically on your breadboard. So you'll notice how your breadboard has letters and numbers. If you want to do it, if you're doing Arduino, this matters more, but we're just doing actual circuits. So, and actually, you guys, since it's probably hard to see on camera, I have a wiring diagram that I will put a picture of or I'll put a link to a picture in the description, or I'll actually just play it on the screen right now. So continuing on, you will want to take the long side of your wire and plug it into, it doesn't matter which number, but you want to make sure that long end of the wire is parallel to the short end of the wire. So you plug that in and make sure it goes in all the way. For an example, I'm using pin 14, but you can use any pin. There's 30 pins on this particular breadboard. On bigger breadboards, there's more. And then you want, so if I put it a little closer, if I sort of move it out of the way, it's very hard to see, but see how it's plugged in right here, and then my finger's in the way. Then it's plugged in right there. So that's how you want to do it. You want to make sure, if you look at it this way, you want to make sure they're both parallel to each other, so they both are in the same line. And again, I will play the wiring diagram on screen because it's definitely hard to see on cam. Alright, now we want to take our resistor, and then we will plug it in to the same line, so on row 14, and you want to plug it in over the middle of the breadboard. So then on the bottom end, you want to skip one hole. So you should have something that looks like that. So it starts at the top here, just one hole from the middle, and again the middle is that groove, and then it's one hole down from the other end of the breadboard. Okay, continuing on. Two more steps, or yeah, just one more step actually. Actually, no, two more. So we got our jumper, doesn't matter, and again, it doesn't matter which color. But now you want to connect it still on row 14th. You want to connect it one hole down from the end of the resistor, and not on the LED side, on the opposite side. And then you just want to, in this one, you could plug it in anywhere on the negative rail. So you can see I plugged it in over here. It doesn't necessarily have to be, it could be here, it could be anywhere on the breadboard. It doesn't necessarily have to be parallel. If you're doing multiples, I recommend that, but it doesn't necessarily have to. I'll just do it in over here. Okay, so now I have our power bank, and make sure it's turned off. And if you don't have a switch on it, no worries. Ah, I almost dropped it. Okay, now you want to take the positive end of the wire and plug it into the very left side of, if you wear a watch, that's the side you want to do it on. If you don't, just if you make a L, that's how I remember it. You use the L, and if it's right L, that means you're on the left side. But if that's a backwards L, it looks right on camera, but it's backwards. Anyways, continuing on. That's this. You want to make sure, and you want to make sure the black wire is on the very bottom blue slot, like that. So I'll give you guys a sec before we turn it on. So that's the whole circuit. And if I turn it on, you can see the LED turns on. Maybe if I turn off my ring light, it'll be. So it's definitely harder to see on camera, but you can see it turned on. And you can always do experiments, you can play around. Just make sure your thing is turned off, and you can try different things. That's the thing about circuits. You could try many different things. All right, well, that is all I have to show you guys today. Yeah, it's a pretty cool circuit. It's great for beginners, and here is the wiring diagram. I will put a picture up on the screen, and that will show you. And it's pretty easy. This is a really good kit. It's called Junior Genius Blinky Lights. It's an awesome kit. I have the Arduino starter kit, which is definitely a really fun kit to do. And yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Let's turn off the light. Little blinky light. And the cool thing is, one more thing, you can, if you have a switch, you can just keep flicking it on and off. It's pretty cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one. Come on, turn off camera. There we go. Oh, no! Why isn't it turning?